Hey guys, I have something on my mind. I know. Yesterday, I've been in between jobs, so I've been like wasting a bunch of time on social media. I've just been scrolling on Instagram. I saw this it doesn't really matter. I saw this one post, something about traffic or something. And I made some stupid comment about. I was just being retarded. I was just making a stupid joke. I said it was the juice, the juice emoji, that whole thing, Instagram, if you know. Doesn't matter. Basically, said it's the juice. It's some shitty joke. People like to get offended. I had I can't confirm this is where it's from, but I got this DM. I got a request. I should have just fucking blocked him, but I have a huge fucking ego. So I could tell this guy's native language isn't even English. But I think he saw my comment. He got fucking triggered. So he went and he sent me a request. So he just slides in my DMs, right? I'm not even gonna read it. It's stupid, but he's calling me a Nazi. Nothing. I literally said nothing to this guy. I don't know this guy. So I say some shit. He just goes off. I said that. I should have just blocked him. I shouldn't have even taken it, but I got in the shower and I came back and it's just all this. And I don't let that slide. Start going off. It's pretty wild. I didn't even capture the whole thing. It's just retarded. And it was this whole thing. I don't know what the hell it was. It was super weird. But they're just going off, just saying I'm the worst piece of shit ever. Saying I'm ugly, I can't cook. They keep telling me I can't cook because I'm white, because I posted this stupid. I got one of those smoked sausages and I did that thing where you put it between two buns, you make this big ass hot dog that looks like a horseshoe, and I put it on my story because I thought it was funny. And it's low key a bulk hack, so I don't give a fuck, dude. I can cook pretty well. My family thinks I'm a pretty good cook. I'm probably the best cook in my family. I get plenty of compliments from it. I don't need people to I don't need validation for that shit. It's just it's not important. It's just what I'm saying here is just because I've been kind of pretty much alone most of my life. I was in elementary school I remember just being I would sit in recess and I would just kind of be sitting on the curb playing with sticks most of the time by myself. And I didn't really care. I wasn't sometimes I wondered oh, why does everybody have friends and I don't? It didn't bother me too much, but also there's a kind of a part of me that goes oh, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? I just kind of grew up that way, and I remember. So what I'm trying to say here is I have a pretty outside perspective of the world. I've never been that close to anybody. Even with my own family, I don't my older brothers. I don't even talk to them that much. I don't think, because I just don't even relate to them at all. I was in 4th grade. This girl I was in, my mom put me in this charter school. She put me in this lottery. It's one of those raffles. They draw your name, you get to go in the school, you get to enroll. So they drew my name, and I had a friend that attended there, so I thought okay, I'll switch schools, so I'll go to that school. And it was definitely something I ended up regretting. Most of the kids are mean. It was all these rich kids, they're all snobby. But this one girl, I didn't do anything. I was really quiet. I just kept my own thing. I was just sit in class. I would stay quiet. It was really rowdy there. It was everybody, all the kids, when the teachers talk, the kids would never shut up. And they were snobby, but I never was a part of it. I would just do my thing. But I never did anything wrong. I never said anything to anybody. I never did anything wrong. I was just this 9-year-old kid just doing my thing, being a 4th grader, okay? And there was a girl, she would just constantly bully me. She would just constantly be mean to me for no reason. Literally for no reason at all. I didn't do anything wrong. And she just hated my guts. It was I don't even know what it was, honestly. And when I started high school, again, the same thing. I was in this homeschool charter thing for middle school, and I was always moving me around, but she put me in high school, public school. So I remember went there in 9th grade. I went to this huge school. I went to Ukaipa High School in San Bernardino. And it's a huge school. It's like 3,000 something students. Same thing. I'm just quiet and I don't care. I'm just doing my thing, just trying to do my assignments, listen to the teacher and crap. And people just like hate, you know. I would get people just like teasing me for no reason. They'll come up to me and just give me shit for nothing, literally nothing. You know, I literally did 0 things wrong to anybody, and like, people just give me shit. And the epitome of that, I think, is like when I would walk home because I lived like a mile and a half from the school. There was this kid that was like 10th or 11th grade. He would walk home from school too, and I would usually pass him because I walk faster. Because again, like I'm not walking with anybody. I don't have any like anybody to talk to. I don't care. I just want to get home. This one time, I was eating an orange. It was like one of those like mandarin oranges. I must have packed it and like I forgot to eat it during lunch or something. So I was just eating on the way home. You know, I'm just eating fruit, just walking by, I'm just past this guy. Like, it's nothing personal, okay? This isn't a fucking race. This isn't elementary school where we're saying like the fastest kid like gets all the girls. It's not like that. But he got offended one day. He never said anything until one day, he was with this girl and this other guy, and he's like, he just gives me shit like one day. Like he literally said nothing to me ever until this one day. I was passing him eating my orange, and he says, "What are you eating, baby food? Why you? That's like baby food. Like, what are you doing?" And like, it's like, fuck you, dude. I don't care. I mean, I was 14. He was like probably 15 or 16. He was taller than me. I was like 5'11" probably. I wasn't afraid, and it kind of made me mad. And like I got tired of their shit pretty quick. I was like the next day I passed him and it was like they'd start talking to me again, and like I basically like as I passed him I turned around and I said like, "What the hell you want? Shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me. I don't care." Basically I was just like turned around and just fucking yelled at him, and they didn't say anything after that. So yeah, fuck you. Later when I was 16, my dad lost his job. He got laid off. We ended up moving. It's kind of a similar thing, you know, when you're in a new school. It's even more, I was already kind of quiet, but I was even more so. During lunch, it's pretty cold up here. So I mean, I would just like avoid people. I would just eat lunch like out in the cold, like when the snow. I didn't care because like this is outdoor sitting area, but there's nobody sitting area, but obviously there's nobody there in the wintertime. So I would just eat out there just to avoid people. So they like, this one kid, he started like being mean to me. Yeah, he had his goons, you know. But like again, I wasn't having it. I don't care, you know. Like, it's really hard to be intimidated by someone that's like way shorter and like smaller than you. So like I shouldered him in the hallway one time, and like he didn't say anything after that. So, you know, I'm introverted, but I'm also kind of ballsy. You know, I don't take shit from people. After I graduated, I got my friend sent me with this construction job, and it was awful. I shouldn't have done it, honestly. Like, the pay was good, but it was just awful. These people were trashy. Basically what happened, the way American construction is, it's not like one like unified thing. It's like all these random contractors working on the same site, and they all got their different jobs. And there's a lot of like miscommunication and stuff. And basically the contractor I was working for, he was like telling me to do this thing like in the basement, like we were working on this big house, and like he was telling me to do something, and then the project manager, he comes and he tells me to do this other thing up on the grounds. And it's project manager, I gotta do it. Okay, see ya. So I go do it, and then obviously he didn't tell my supervisor. He comes out like yelling like, what are you trying to get away from me? What are you trying to get out of work? And I'm like, okay, what the hell? I go back downstairs, he puts me with this guy I was working with, he says, he's in charge of you now. He's supposed to make sure you don't get out of his sight. So basically, it's like I treat like this kid. He gives me shit for literally doing nothing wrong. Again, the owner for the company that I was working for, he's like this old piece of shit, and he's always giving me crap. This fucking old ass boomer, fat ass. He was wearing fucking overalls, and he was old as shit. I hated his guts, and he kind of hated me. So, you know, I wasn't having it. You know, I kind of initially went into like a derealization episode, like one of those things, but then like pretty quick I was like, man, fuck you guys, I'm just gonna leave. So I just walked off, and that was the end of that. And it was actually the same thing. My brother set me up. Like 2 weeks later, I got set with this other contractor. He said he was gonna pay me $20 an hour, but he wasn't a registered employer. And like I don't know, some job like a week later after he hired me, he tells me to dump this like bucket full of like chemicals and like use to like clean because we were like taking like some wax layer off some concrete floor in some house with this chemical, and he was washing off like the tools in the bucket, and this bucket of water had like a bunch of the chemical in it. So I dumped it out, and some of it got on my shoe. He told me to dump it out on the grass, and I wasn't dressed. I didn't have any boots or anything. I just had these stupid tennis shoes, and it got like in my foot and was like burning my foot. It's like, oh fuck, and like my foot's like getting chemical burns. So I like sit down and take off my shoe to like see what's up. And he comes to me like, what are you sitting around? Why are you sitting around? Why are you always sitting around? Back to work. I'm not gonna pay for this. I won't pay you to sit around. And I literally burned my foot for some stupid shit he told me to do. So like I was like, yeah, fuck you, dude. So I just walked off, basically. I mean, I went back inside, and it was like, eventually, like I went to like go get like some food for my bag, because it was like lunchtime. Like he never called me for lunch. He never give us lunch breaks. Like, I don't know, I packed lunch. I was hungry and I ate it. He would just give me fucking instructions, and like half the time I wouldn't even know what the fuck I was supposed to do. It was like nothing was really going on, so I just like fucking, he would give me a job and just leave. He was like, I would just fucking eat my shit. I didn't care. I was hungry. He'd keep me out on this random ass construction site for 8 hours a day. I'm gonna eat, bitch. I don't care. He was giving me bullshit for that. I went to go like grab like granola bar or something, like eat that while I was doing with this shit he was telling me to do. And like he was giving me shit for that, like, you're not working. And I literally fucking was. So eventually he got mad at me, got in this argument, and he kind of fired me. I kind of quit. It was like a 50-50 type of thing. So I just walk off, it just keeps going like that. It doesn't matter. I was never like a bad person in any situations I've been in throughout my life. I've never been the antagonist. I've never antagonized anyone. I've never really been mean to people, at least like at first to them. They would start it, and I always like clap back. That's kind of my thing. I've had the work experiences. I had a boss. I worked at Dollar Tree. He was a piece of shit, and like he would tell me like, you're not working enough. You need to do like 3 times the pay, even though he paid me like $9 an hour. This shitty fucking dollar store. I didn't care, so I left. I quit. I worked at this thrift store, and one time this guy came in, and like he rolled down his window or maybe something, but he didn't say anything. He didn't get out of his car like everybody else does. So I was like, I don't know, maybe he's just like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I was like helping somebody else, and he's like, and he comes out like, you're ignoring me. And he's like getting all like gestury. He's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, you weren't doing anything. I was like, I don't have the customer service in me, dude. I just like say things. I was like, my voice is pretty mild when I talk like I would do, like kind of like I'm talking right now. I just kind of stared. I just kind of looked at him while he was like talking shit. And eventually, he puts his hand like on his waist. He has his hand like on his waist, like he's gesturing like he's gonna pull a gun on me for like literally doing nothing wrong, just because I'm not sucking his cock. He just like wants to shoot me. So I was like stared at him. I wasn't scared at all. I deal with these people all the time, and like I don't know what the hell. I don't know what I did, but I just kind of walked away. I didn't care. I told him like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I don't care. And I was like this. All his employees coming out. He's like. My only coworkers, I was literally making fun of him in front of, while you could still see me. I was mocking, like, I was like putting my hand in my waist, like, I was like making fun of him. And yeah, you can do that because it just doesn't matter. Because the point I'm trying to get at is just, the point is this, okay? The world is just evil. The world is just evil. It's just, most people are just a piece of shit for no reason at all. That's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Most people are just bad, and that's the thing. That's the way it is. That's just the way the world works. We like to delude ourselves all the time, especially if you're religious. You'll say like, oh, God has a plan for you. Other people are going through their own struggles, but it doesn't really change the facts. It doesn't change the reality of what actually happens, regardless of what you believe. We like to say like, most people are like good. They have good intentions, just be like friendly people and they'll be like friendly back, but that's not how it works. Obviously, like my whole life, I've seen it that it's not that way at all. I didn't get my driver's license till I was like almost 20. I would walk around a bunch, and like in high school, people would like drive by me. They would just like say shit out their window. They would honk at me. When I would walking like to and from work or the gym, people would like say shit out their window, or like they'll cut me off, or like they'll they'll just be dicks because they are. Again, literally doing nothing, just walking to work or something, and people will just do that. It goes back to what I said originally, the original story I told you guys. This guy just like DMs me. I've literally done nothing to him, and he just DMs me like spewing like going off like right this whole freaking essay about like I'm a Nazi or some shit. And that's the kind of it's really hypocritical, I think. That's like the main one of the big problems I have with it. So he was going off on me. He was like going off saying this racist stuff like how like I'm a white boy. That's racist as fuck, obviously. But if I was like racist back to him, like if it was in real life, and I just like started calling him like slurs and like I beat him up because obviously I could. Like I'd be the antagonist. I'd be the one going to jail. It's just a bullshit because like when you're working, like your boss can just be a dick to you, but if you're a dick back to him, like you just get fired. You know, you have to give you're expected to give them 2 weeks, but they don't give you 2 weeks if they decide to fire you. It's one side. People can fuck you, but if you try to clap back at them, you get punished, and that's just the way the world works. It's just an evil, rotten place. It's just disgusting. Honestly, the world is just so evil, and that's just the way it is. This is a Mike Menzer quote. I have it in my Instagram profile. It says something like it says like quote, I used to think evil is something you read about in novels and newspapers, but evil is something that surrounds all of us, and that's the truth. I can personally attest to the truth of that statement because it is 100% true. Even if you are religious, you know, you can like believe in God and like say like God has a plan for you, and like, you know, you can say all this mushy stuff, but ultimately even God, like, he's not going to care about you unless you're constantly like worshiping him and like doing everything he says. If you don't, he'll just leave you. He'll just leave you to rot, and that's what's happened to me. You know, I don't have the time or the money, the patience these days, that sort of thing. It's just weird. I feel like really conflicted about it. There's always like two trains of thought like in my head every time I counter these kind of things. When I deal with these people, there's one side just like, oh, just ignore them. But there's a side like it's like the other side is like, on the other hand, it's like obviously like your ego wants to get involved. You want to get emotional. You want to like clap back at them and like show them his boss. You know, it's like the other side. It's like, well, then you're just feeling the fire. You're just giving them attention. And then there's like, no, but you have to show them his boss. You have to like kick their ass and like, you know, and it's this kind of, you can't really win. But like when somebody like says some dumb shit to you, it's universal. Pretty much everybody's going to do it because most people, like 99% people, are just pieces of shit, just naturally. So it's just constant. It's constant. It's like noise. And that's what it is. And I'm not saying it to have like this ego death about it, because that doesn't feel good either. It's like, just fuck you and just move on, because you know, at the end of the day, we're all the same species. Okay, like people can like, you can get all your head, you can get all like insecure, and like people can like get all in their head, think like they're the shit for like being mean to people, but ultimately like you're the same like species as them. There's no like especially if you're a dude, like I'm a guy, I'm a male. Obviously I lift weights and I'm like 6'2", so like physically I'm bigger and stronger than a lot of guys out there. Good portion of guys. You just have to learn to just like know that it's always gonna be there and just not be intimidated by it, because people will just do it at every single opportunity. It's like a waterfall, you know. It's so constant and so strong and universal. Like it's like standing under a waterfall, and like the water's going down your head. It's like hitting your head. See, it's like a big waterfall, and it like low-key kind of hurts. While the water's like splashing on you, and you're getting soaked, and it kind of sucks. It's like that. You can stand, you can move, and just get out of under the water, and you don't have to have it affect your ego. You can just be sure of yourself. That yeah, this is who I am. These are my principles. This is what I believe in. And I know who I am, and I don't need you guys to just like, I don't care if you guys want to tear me down, because it's meaningless, because it's like a void. It's like everything's the same color. It's everywhere. So like it doesn't mean anything, because there's no contrast. There's pretty much no good people. I mean, there's some good people. There's good people in the world, but like they're pretty rare. And I don't know. This is kind of a weird rant, but basically I'm just trying to say that like people are always going to be pieces of shit, no matter what. Your boss is a piece of shit. Most people on the road, they're all pieces of shit. Your coworkers, they're all pieces of shit. If you're in school still, most of your classmates are pieces of shit. You know, if you try to be like a decent person, you try to do what's right, and your life still sucks, you can get mad at God. You can say God's a piece of shit. You know, pretty much everybody's a piece of shit. So whatever. It's like, you know, it's the truth. And like the way it's affected me over the years, it's been, I would act tough. I feel like I handle the situation pretty well in the moment, but I still carry it. And I still, I get mad about it. I'm still mad about things like years later, because on one side you're kind of mad about it, the other like you're still like I'll get like kind of insecure a little about some things. Like the guy like messaged me, he was like, "What the fuck?" He's going off. It's like the weirdest shit. Like he sent me like 200, like probably like easily over 100 messages. He's just like going off like late at night. He's just like, blah, 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 fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And he has like his friends like commenting on my posts for no fucking reason. So yeah, like 99% of people are a piece of shit, and you just don't have to let it affect your ego, because it is what it is. The wall, you see the wall here is gray. I don't have to, like, even if I don't like the color gray, I don't have to let it affect me, because it's just there. The sky's blue. The sky's blue. The sun is yellow, and it's hot, bright, and you look at it, it'll burn your fucking eyes out. The clouds are in the sky. They're all white. They're puffy. If you don't like the clouds, who gives a fuck? You can't do anything about it. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's hot outside, it's hot outside. It's cold outside, it's cold outside. You're freezing your nuts off, and it sucks. You have to be out there. It sucks ass. I hate it. I hate the fucking cold more than anything. But you can't do anything about it. It's in the same way. Everybody, 99% of people are just rotten pieces of shit, and that's the truth. That's just reality. Most people hate you, and they'll just try to bring you down. They'll try to cheat you and do anything, absolutely anything they can. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are. It doesn't matter how successful you be. I mean, think about like Andrew Tate, like whether you believe in him or not, whether you like whatever you think about him. He's got like, you can say he's pretty successful. He's pretty well for himself. He's got this huge following of people, and he's got like this big house. Like he has a Bugatti. You know, that stupid thing. Because you're Bugatti, and people just hate him every day. People will like make like those shitty Wojaks. They'll make him like, they'll draw like his jaw where he's like that, and like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because everybody's a piece of shit. Everybody's single person is just a huge fucking piece of shit. They're just completely rotten, and they're disgusting, and they're just these horrible people. 99% of people. Maybe we're just seeing it the wrong way. Maybe we're just seeing like, because we want to clap back and be mean back, and we can. It's so totally okay to just stand up for yourself and be confident in yourself, and just like flip them off. But to continue to interact with it, I know you want to like disengage from it. Kind of feels like an ego thing. You want to just like, you should disengage with it, but your ego prevents you, and so you continue to engage with it. But that's how it works. Like if you do, then it doesn't affect you anymore. It doesn't affect you. You can have the power to pretty much completely shut it out and have it not affect you at all. So like, since it's so universal, it's so prevalent, and you can't get away from it unless you consciously make that choice. You might as well, because it's, you know, I've dealt with it my whole life, being like kind of being an outcast for no fucking reason, just being treated like shit for no reason. It's really the only power people actually have on you. So if you take it away, it's kind of, they lose it. I know it's like some shit your mom would say, but it's kind of true, honestly. It's really true, and it's not something I want to admit. It's not something anybody wants to admit, but it's actually true, honestly. It's really just, it doesn't mean anything, because we're all the same species. We're all these fucking animals, and it's like the same shit. You see like frogs, you see like those videos like frogs, like they'll be like fighting each other. They're doing a thing with their throat, like roar, and they'll like do that thing to each other, and like to them it's this huge thing, but they're just some fucking frogs, just like making these weird sounds, like just like hobbling over each other, like blah, blah, blah. You know, it's the same thing. It's an uncomfortable truth. It's not like a truth that feels good, but ultimately it is. And I think it's something that I'm starting to come to terms with, and something we all have to come to terms with if we want to move on and better ourselves. Because if you don't, like, as much as it sucks to admit, it means if you're still bitter about something years later, the other person's moved on because they're just a piece of shit. They were just a piece of shit to you, and if you just let it affect you, you just continue to affect it. I'm not saying you have to be like all religious. You have to like forgive them. I'm not saying you have to forgive them. You just have to just remember who you are. Just like saying they're just a piece of shit. So you can do whatever you want. You can just move forward and do your own thing. You don't have to like let it affect your ego. You just have to like understand logically that everybody's a piece of shit, and it doesn't matter because it's all the same, you know. So I hope that makes sense. It's kind of a weird rant, but I kind of just feels nice to get off my chest. Like, this is gonna sound pessimistic, but I honestly think like people are just awful. They're the worst. There's absolutely zero reason to have faith in them because they're just awful. They're the worst. I've pretty much all of them. At this point in my life, it honestly feels like it's like you're walking on hot coals. And it's like somebody does some shitty thing somebody does, or somebody says it's just one of the fucking coals that you're walking on. So like, why would you give a fuck if it's just like you're walking on them? You know, like I don't see how it could be any different. It really just makes sense. It's just a good way of thinking about it because you don't have to. You stop being like angry and disappointed with people. It's just you're used to it, and if somebody is nice and it's like, oh shit, oh, but you know the Slipknot song, people equal shit, and that's true. It's absolutely true, and I don't see how anyone could prove me wrong because it's been like this my whole life. People just equal shit. People equal shit. That's the truth. It just is. That's the truth. They'll just every opportunity they'll talk shit. They'll cheat you. They'll lie to you. They'll talk down on you, or fuck you over every single chance they get. And that's just life. That's reality. Cold world we live in, but it's the truth. I mean, for us men, it just makes it all the more important to just be strong. Don't trust people easily at all. Lift weights and shit. Maybe even learn like a martial art because with all like the migrants coming in our countries, like there's bad people and there's like neutral people. It's not even black and white. Like if you grew up LDS, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like when you go to church, it's like, especially in like white communities, it's like everybody's like rich and shit. It's like most Mormons are just like these rich people, and they're like, you go to church and like, hi, and it's like it's so fake. Like, I just like feel in the air like everybody's just like, I don't know, like the interactions I have with them, it's like all of them just feel so fake. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it doesn't feel real at all. It's weird. It's like these, like even the people that pretend to be decent just like don't give a fuck about you. That's the truth. Like you're honestly just on your own completely. Like even my parents, they don't leave a fuck either. It feels like I know I'm like 20 years old, but they always told me like, oh, you don't have to like hurry up and like leave the house. You can stay a few years until you're 18, until you graduate, like go to college and stuff. But it's always just been like, they really just said that because they want me, because I pay rent to them. They're making money off of me. Like it's just in this world, literally zero people give a fuck about you. Not a single soul. Literally nobody. It's undeniable at this point, but stop wasting time trying to impress people because they despise you secretly, overtly or not. They despise you. They hate you. That's the truth. That's the message. That's a lesson I've learned, especially in the time I've been in Idaho Falls. That's just reality. That's life. That's how it works. It's the truth. It sounds like fucked up. It sounds like schizo, but it's actually true. I can't think of a single counterpoint. I mean, I've had friends that have come and gone, but like all that looks maxing shit I did when I was younger, when I was like 18, I was all into that stuff. I would do something. I would spend so much money on like these random skincare products, and none of it ever worked. My skin was always trash. But I'd be like, I went to this hairdresser one time because I was convinced that like you couldn't even go to a barber because, I mean, let's get real. Most barbers are shit. Honestly, they just give you a fucking fade that you don't want. And honestly, it was a pretty good cut, but it was like $30 plus tip. You know, I was hit by a car once. I was just riding on a bike, and this random old bitch, she was in this like pickup truck. She just fucking T-boned my ass, knocked me in two lanes into traffic. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. She wasn't sorry one tiny bit. She was just like, oh, I hit you, oh, fuck. It kind of hurt, so I like, and then the only thing they told me is like, you're not supposed to ride your bike on the sidewalk, which is wrong. It's not even a real law. It's a myth. Okay, you actually are allowed to. So, what does that say? You know, I mean, I could go on and on, but that's kind of off more tips.